You'll never guess what $55 million can get you in Aspen. It's a house and so much more. Now, the tallest skyscraper has just been approved for unlimited height restrictions. And I can tell you this, it's not in New York or LA. And lastly, some truly alarming and disturbing news has rocked the real estate industry this week. I'm Jeffrey St. Arromand with Serhant here on Estate Media, and let's get to the point. So starting off our list this week at number 5, a New York City councilman is proposing to change the way landlords and tenants pay real estate broker fees by introducing the Fairness Apartment Rental Expense Act, which is the FAIR Act. This will require whoever hires a broker, whether it be a tenant or a landlord, to pay the broker fee. Now, prospective tenants are often hit with high fees when they sign leases for homes in New York City. And these fees range anywhere from 1 month's rent to sometimes 15% of the annual rent. Now, the broker's community position is that local landlords could pass any and all of those costs back onto tenants with higher rents or more expensive lease renewals, essentially making rents more unaffordable as opposed to just paying a one-off broker fee. Now, previous attempts by New York City politicians trying to change this law actually had some difficulty getting passed. So let's see how this all pans out this time. So taking the number 4 spot this week is this $55 million Aspen listing, which comes with more than just a massive home. This Colorado ranch is fully furnished, first of all, has a variety of pets just outside of downtown Aspen. This grand compound, I mean, look at all of this space. This is called the Moonshot Ranch. It lives a lodge-style mansion with massive windows, beam ceilings, and an 880 square foot garage. Now, that garage is the size of some of New York City studios. It also comes with 5 mini horses, 2 alpacas, 2 livestock protection dogs, and this estate sits on 10 acres, which is plenty of space for all those animals to run around and for you to just walk around aimlessly among the 10 acres of vastness you have out in lovely Aspen. So coming in the 3rd spot this week, the tallest skyscraper in the U.S. has just been approved for unlimited height. I've never heard that before. This building is, of all places, in Middle America, in Oklahoma City, where plans are underway for what would be the tallest building ever at 1,907 feet high. Now, the developer is Madison Capital, and now they received the green light to build a tower without any height restrictions whatsoever. The Oklahoma development, they received initial height approvals back in April, and now they're set to move forward with construction of this architectural marvel, is what I can call it. It would include 2 apartment buildings, some low-income housing, thankfully, to take care of the housing crisis we have, garages, and a Hyatt Dream Hotel. So that's something that you definitely want to keep your eye out for if you're in Oklahoma. So landing at the number 2 spot this week, this is a story that is shaking the real estate industry. There's been 2 lawsuits that were filed earlier this week accusing Orrin and Alex Alexander of raping at least 2 women more than a decade ago. Now, which The Real Deal was the first to report this story. A few days ago, following that report, more alleged victims came forward, pushing the number of total alleged claims to 30 victims. The cases were filed under the Adult Survivors Act, which temporarily eliminated the statute of limitations for civil sexual assault cases in New York. The Alexander's attorney, Jim Ferrero, has denied the allegations and called the lawsuit essentially a shakedown. Orrin announced on Instagram earlier this week, actually on Monday, that he was taking a pause from Official, the side-back firm and brokerage that he found with his brother Tal. These are very serious allegations that I know are going to be really investigated, and we just hope that the truth comes out one way or the other. And whatever happens as a result of that, that's beyond our control. So coming in at number 1 this week is yet again the Federal Reserve and the dreaded rates. Well, the interest rates are not going to go down more than once this year, according to the Fed and Jerome Powell. He states, obviously we all know what's going to be indicative of that and getting more rate cuts will be inflation to come down closer to 2%, which is the benchmark for the Fed. However, the silver lining here is that there was, he did imply there are going to be multiple rate cuts in 2025. But now, here's the bottom line. When we do get a first rate cut, we know it's only going to be 25 basis points. And that's not going to really move the needle when rates are right now at high 6s to low 7%. However, what that will do is it will change buyer sentiment, and it'll start to reinvigorate the industry as a whole, and people will start to see that we're heading in the right direction, and then we'll get on the other side of this. But with an election year, we should never anticipate to have multiple rate cuts prior to an election. Thanks for watching, and continue to follow Estate Media to get all your latest real estate news.